Good day and welcome to Engineered Nigeria TV show from the stables of the foremost engineering institution in the world, the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Today, we'll be discussing professional ethics in engineering practice. Our guest today is the Admiral Superintendent and Managing Director of the Naval Dockyard Limited, Lagos, Rear Admiral Abolaji Orederu. I am your host, Engineer Dr. Felicia Nena Agubata. I am the Vice President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Join us and enjoy the show.
In describing the core mandate of the Nigerian Naval Dockyard, we draw our strength and direction from the vision and the mission statement of the Chief of the Naval Staff. That is the number one driving force. And then secondly, we have the Nigerian Navy core values, which revolve around the values of teamwork, integrity, and professionalism. In addition to that, we have what is called the strategic directives of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala Admiralty Medal, which has several legs, and the leg that concerns us the most is that of fleet renewal, which talks about how the ships of the Nigerian Navy are to be maintained and plans for further acquisitions and further upgrades in the operational capability of the Nigerian Navy in terms of acquisitions and further improvements in our fleet. So based on all this, the Nigerian Navy now has given a mandate to the Naval Dockyard to ensure that we prepare the ships of the Nigerian Navy for operational effectiveness. That we do by making sure that the ships are operational and the ships are ready to go to sea. And we carry out third line maintenance of the Nigerian Navy ships in support of that mandate. The Nigerian Navy maintenance infrastructure has three legs. You have the basic, or what we call the first line maintenance, which is carried out by the ship staff. Then you have the second line carried out by an organization called the Fleet Support Groups. And at the third line, or what we call the depot level maintenance, being done here at the Naval Dockyard Limited. So we do this, and in doing this, we save the country a lot of forex expenditure that hitherto will have been spent taking the ships abroad. And of course, we're building in-country capability. This enhances national security because number one, when you have an emergency in terms of defense, in terms of the maritime sector, the Naval Dockyard can always rise to the occasion to maintain the ships of the Nigerian Navy, to support the shipping fleet of our nation, make sure that our maritime capability is not compromised or jeopardized in any way, because we have in-country capability. This is a major factor in enhancing national security and helping us to maintain operational efficiency for the Nigerian Navy. Just like any other organization all over the world, you can't have everything that you need and you can't solve all the problems at the same time. So there will always be challenges here and there. But at this time, I want to specially thank and appreciate our indefatigable Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, who has been phenomenal. In fact, the world is unprecedented in his dynamic leadership approach to solving the problems of the Nigerian Navy, particularly that of the Naval Dockyard Limited. The Chief of the Naval Staff has helped us to ensure that most of the challenges we face are overcome. And he has done that by giving us support, giving us encouragement, and providing the necessary impetus as well as financial resources to upgrade some of the facilities we have in the yard. There are three major challenges that I just want to narrow down on. Number one has to do with manpower. You will agree with me that manpower is always an issue. We have a problem with an aging workforce. Some of the workforce are people that have been recruited for the past 20, 30, close to 40 years. Many of them have served meritoriously. They've had to retire, and we're in the process of renewal of the staff strength through the process of inducting young engineers into the activities of Naval Dockyard. So that gives us some challenge in terms of manpower. Secondly is that of equipment upgrade. A lot of the equipment are obsolete, they are old, they've been here 20, 30 years plus, and a lot of them need upgrade. Technology advances at a very fast pace, and things are changing very rapidly. So for us to meet up with the challenges of modern times, with the challenges of modern new technology, we also have to upgrade. So that's another area of challenge. The third area of challenge, I think we can narrow down to the fact that we need more support, more encouragement, more patronage from the larger maritime community. We want the maritime community in Nigeria, in West Africa, and in our continent as a whole to know that the Naval Dockyard is here, and we can produce a lot of support. We can generate a lot of support in terms of shipbuilding, ship repairs, fabrication, construction of offshore structures, and of course we have a host of workshops in the dockyard that can all be used in furtherance of our technological developments, especially as it pertains to the maritime industry. So with this, we believe that some of the challenges can be overcome with time and with more support from the larger maritime industry. Naval Dockyard contributes significantly to the national economy. Significantly. Number one, if you look at our capacity building initiatives, because of the work we do here, building ships, repairing ships, construction of offshore structures, it gives natural on-the-job training to the young people around us here. So we're naturally building capacity. It is a continuous process, and we have a situation where as people are working, they are also learning on the job. So it is a natural process. We have a design center where we also teach young people how to design ships and boats and other offshore structures like that. And then secondly, we have a very well-equipped Naval Dockyard Apprentice School. That school is directly under the Naval Headquarters, and that school is responsible for generating the skilled workforce in terms of artisans who are plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and electricians, and all the artisans that you need in a shipbuilding or ship repair atmosphere. They are trained right here at the Naval Dockyard Apprentice School. The school has been running for several years, and then just recently the Navy gave it a new boost with injection of new equipment and new personnel. And recently again, the Chief of Naval Staff, again, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, he has approved substantial investment of funds to further upgrade the school through acquisition of chemicals, equipment, and all the materials that we need to take the school to the next level. And then thirdly, for instance, we have ships of the Benin Republic Navy under our purview. They are here for repairs. So we have Benin Navy ship Benjari, Benin Navy ship Kufo, and Benin Navy ship NBK. These three ships were contracted to us for repairs. We still have another set of 3 still in Benin Republic, making a total of 6. Out of these 6, Nigerian Naval Dockyard, we have delivered one of the ships completely refitted, completely done, and it sailed to their country just last week, and it's already back in their fleet, waiting for a small ceremony to induct her back into the fleet. The others are still undergoing repairs, and at the right time, they will also be relaunched and sailed back to Benin Republic. In carrying out this activity, we engage the officers and men of the Benin Republic Navy. They are very much involved with what we do. They see us doing the welding, they see us doing the cropping, all the work on the electrical systems, all the work on the shafting, the propellers. They witness everything and we get them involved. So that is our own little way of transferring technology to our neighbors right here. Benin Republic is just next door to us, and we are in serious talks with other neighboring African countries who are also talking to us and looking at the possibilities of us helping them maintain their fleet and even build ships for them, like we have done for the Nigerian. I would say that the Naval Dockyard has done beautifully well for the nation, for the Nigerian Navy, and for the larger maritime society in Nigeria. Because the Naval Dockyard Limited has graciously, with the support of the Naval Headquarters, built 3 seaboard defense boats. That's 3 warships for the Nigerian Navy. We have what we call the Seaboard Defense Boat 1, NNS Andoni, the SDB-2, NNS Karadua, and the SDB-3, NNS Oji. These 3 ships were built here, and they are in the full deployment of the Nigerian Navy fleet, serving the Navy meritoriously. Right now, as I speak to you, 2 other ships, SDB-4 and 5, are under construction right here in the dockyard. These are ships that hitherto, if they were to be built abroad, the Nigerian Navy and the federal government of Nigeria will have paid maybe 5 to 6 times the amount of money that we're building these ships for. So we believe strongly that we have contributed significantly to the economy. We have contributed in conserving foreign exchange, that the hard-earned foreign exchange that is needed for other things can be deployed to more useful purposes, while we are able to help the country conserve this foreign exchange and deliver quality service to the Nigerian Navy and to all our clients that need our services. And the second aspect of this question is that of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. We want to believe that in promoting local content, in enhancing the delivery of the mandates that they have to further promote local content in Nigeria, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board should come and partner with us. We need their support. I believe that they should partner with the Nigerian Navy under the auspices of the Naval Dockyard to help us in terms of upgrade of our major equipment, that maybe the cost of upgrade will be far beyond the budgetary allocations of the Nigerian Navy. And like I mentioned earlier, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu has not relented in any way. He has not spared anything to support us, to provide equipment for us. Recently, he provided us with cranes, he has provided us with forklifts, he has provided us with compressors, he has reactivated some workshops, he has done so much. So the Navy can just do that much, but there's so much more that the Nigerian Content Board can come on board with us and do, and we can together galvanize a new dimension of operations in the maritime sector of Nigeria. Yes, there are steps being taken to modernize the Naval Dockyard operations, and once again, please don't be tired that I'm talking so much about the Chief of Naval Staff. It is because he's the one that has given us the wings to fly. Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu, Admiralty Medal, Chief of the Naval Staff, has continuously supported us in enhancing the development and modernization of the dockyard. Like I mentioned earlier, in terms of upgrade and equipment, provision of cranes, provision of forklifts, even vehicles, and reactivation of the workshops. In all these respects, he has supported the Naval Dockyard and given us all that it takes to make sure that we keep upgrading in terms of getting to do things in the global space, the way things are being done everywhere. So efforts are always ongoing, and I must also acknowledge that we also have the support of the National Assembly, of course through the Naval Headquarters, to also still help us in terms of upgrade of some of our obsolete equipment and some procurements that may also be necessary to upgrade the capability and the competency of the Naval Dockyard Limited. Procedures. I must say that we do everything we can to be ethical in our approach to work. First of all, the underlying factor in what we do here is the fact that we have military training, we have military background, which means that discipline is number one. Integrity is there. Commitment, sincerity, honesty. These are values that are taught right from our days in the military academy. And of course, they are values that have been imbibed in us as we grow in the service. So we do things here ethically, we do things with integrity, and we do with discipline. So we ensure that work is done in the appropriate way in terms of global best practices. For instance, if you are carrying out welding, we ensure that the welding is done by certified welders, and upon completion of welding, we carry out a lot of post-welding checks. We carry out X-ray, we carry out magnetic particle inspections and check the quality of our welds. If there's any deflection or there's any crack or there's any issue, it will be corrected by the quality assurance team before it is delivered to the client. So that we do regularly, and we ensure that we do as much as possible to keep up with global best practices. And when there is a need for even bringing to outsource the support to more competent agencies and surveyors like the Lloyds, like Bureau Veritas, and other classification bodies and societies, we invite them, they look at what we are doing, and then we make corrections when the need arises. Opportunities, I think the Naval Dockyard is an equal opportunity employer. We are open to both male and female, and we are also open to people that are a little bit challenged in some way or the other, as long as they're able to deliver on the work that they're being given. So Naval Dockyard creates that countless opportunities for young people, young engineers to come on board, to serve, to work with us. We have a reputation of engaging probably the highest number of IT students in the country. We engage them from everywhere, from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west, from the south, everywhere. And that's why you have our students. We have students from the Yaba College of Technology, from University of Lagos, Maritime Academy in Oron, students from University of Benin, River State University of Science and Technology, Maritime Academy in Okerekoko. So these are all institutions of higher learning that offer marine engineering as a course. So these students, as soon as they are engaged in their first year, second year, third year, they have IT periods, and they come here, we don't turn them back. We take them in, we groom them, we train them, we make them to keep a journal where they record all that they are doing. Every week, we go through the journal, we mark them. At the end of the day, we give them a letter and we endorse their journal to take back to school. The same applies to participants of the National Youth Service Corps. We also take graduates from engineering, from accounting, from business, and all the fields that are relevant to our operations. We engage them here, and some of them, after graduation and after the youth service, the ones that are found to be totally up and doing, we engage some of them as staff of the Naval Dockyard Limited. So we give the younger engineers an opportunity, we give them a chance to come on board, to learn, to work, and to grow. And for those of them that have been here with us, they are happy with good time, and we want to appeal to the younger engineers, please come on board, come to the Naval Dockyard Limited. This is the hub of naval engineering, this is where it is happening, and this is where you can learn so much for your future and of course for the nation. We look forward to having some of you join us very soon. Thank you.